Hero, you alright? You went kind of quiet there.
Huh? Oh.
Later episode, I'll
I'm
tell
good.
you why I didn't go with that one.
Sorry,
We'll come back to
I got
that
lost
one.
in thought for a sec there. Means I'm forgetting you. I feel close to you, Mom. I don't want you to think I don't miss you.
Hero strolls away. Somebody tells you it's probably best not to interrupt her tonight. If you've ever lost a parent, you know how hard something like that hits. So, again, OG Panda did an amazing job.
You're on your way to a date, yes? You're meeting a Miss Iro Kawase tonight. Is that correct? Gotten some first-hand accounts that you've been seeing Miss Kawase. Apparently, the two of you are quite intimate.
And whose business is
Ring a bell?
You're Saji Kawase, Hiro's father.
Yes, that's right. Nice to meet you.
Do you want to see where this goes?
Yeah, I want to see if it works. I need to think about it. I can't do it, Hiro. We can't be together.
Push you away?
We can't be together, Hiro. I'm so sorry, Hiro. I'm not who I say I am. Everything you know about me is a lie.
You won't even tell me why? You won't even tell me...
Symptoms are consistent with severe neurological trauma as a result of a blow to the head. Oh! It's the opinion of this panel that the steps sibling which... It is the opinion of this panel that the step-sibling which incited the injury, Dorian Reed, should be temporarily removed from habitating the same environment as patient Reed Eleanor? Oh, this is new to me. Oh, I hate Dorian even more now. Welcome back to the Irish Bandit channel. Welcome back to more Hush Hush. We are closing in on the end of Hush Hush. We still have 4 days to get through. Now, this is going to be a little different from the previous videos that I've done about Hush Hush, not including the one I had to split up into 2 parts. Beforehand, all the other days were split up into, all the other parts were split up into 3 days. That's what I meant to say. But for these final 2 episodes, we're going to split the last 4 days up into 2-day intervals. So we'll be looking at July 28th and 29th today. And then next week for the final episode, yes, it's coming quickly, we're going to be looking at July 30th and 31st and ending Hush Hush next week. But that is next week. We still have this episode to go, so let's get right down to it. July 28th, dawn. Your night was filled with bad dreams. You saw faces drowning in rapid waters. It takes you a few minutes to shake the feeling. Again, I don't think we're gonna need any money, but maybe work on some skills here. Wow, 81 for suave. Nice. Okay, let's start running lucky here. July 28th morning. Saji's messaging me. This is Chief Kawase. We need to talk about Iro. I've made a terrible mistake and I need to explain things to you. Come to my house soon. For Iro. If it's for Iro, then I'm there. The drive to Chief Kawase's place is treacherous. The rain is pouring in buckets, and you hydroplane several times on otherwise unremarkable roads. The storm roils overhead. Thunder rumbles every few seconds, and the wind is blowing trees nearly sideways along the coast. When you finally reach Saji's place, he's waiting outside for you. Away from the flash of police lights, He appears much more elderly, much less menacing. He signals for you to park and come inside. As you enter, you hear him bark from the kitchen just out of sight.
Shoes off!
Yes, sir. The order hangs in the air for a moment, but is followed shortly after by,
Please, remove your shoes.
You thought I was one of your kids. When you walk inside, there's a pot of tea with 2 cups set out on a table. Saji is sitting already, like a grim statue of Buddha, his expression made of stone.
Sit. We will speak.
He doesn't look that elderly. You do see Instructs sitting opposite to him, waiting for him to make the first move in the conversation.
Thank you for coming to speak with me.
Hey, no problem.
It must not have been easy making the journey.
Because of the storm? Nah, it's fine. It was a tough choice. Another traffic stop like last time, I was swore off driving. Doing the right thing is never hard. Saji nods, though he rubs his chin in a gesture you've come to recognize means he thinks you're wrong.
Perhaps you've never faced a true test of your character. Or perhaps you have better character than I. An interesting thought.
Either or.
First, I must apologize. When we last spoke, I suspected you were a bad person. I mistook your actions with my daughter for taking advantage of her. I believe now that I was wrong.
I mean, I killed a man yesterday, or a couple days beforehand, but that was completely out of necessity.
I'm still not very sure what exactly you're up to.
I'm not up to nothing.
But I spoke with Eli, and with Detective Zweihander.
That's Fumi.
Whoever you are, whatever you're doing, I'm now convinced you are only trying to protect Iro. I am sorry. I was foolish, and only succeeded in hurting Iro.
Things would have gone more smoothly if you hadn't completely terrified me, yes. Apology accepted. I'm afraid I can't just let something like this go. Saji blinks in surprise, taken somewhat aback by your candor.
You are very patient and understanding.
Thank you.
I would not have been so quick to forgive.
Now,
It is humbling. Right now, Iro is not answering my calls.
and she's not answering mine either.
She is not answering calls from Eli, or Kari, or other friends. She is hiding from the world, and she is hurting. And right now, this behavior is more concerning than ever. What has Iro told you about her mother?
She's never mentioned her. Iro doesn't speak very much about her mom. Iro told me her mother passed away. The anniversary of her passing is soon.
Yes, I see.
Good, motivation went up with them. Oh, hell yeah.
That alone shows me that she must trust you deeply. Iro's
hope
mother
so.
passed away when Iro was very young. And the circumstances were very tragic. Iro was there when it happened.
Oof.
No, I cannot speak of these things. You do not need to know this to help Iro.
And tell me what I do need to know. Tell me everything, Mr. Kawase. Iro's life might depend on it.
Yes, I will tell you everything.
That was quick.
My wife, her name was Rain. She drowned when Iro was only 6 years old. Always, Rain loved surfing. She was world-class, professional. On the day she died, she and Iro had gone to the beach to surf the monster waves. Every year, the storm comes. Every year it brings waves. Every year, the waves call to Rain. I was home. Eli was only 3. I hate surfing.
Well, it's because you're a stick in the mud.
But Rain would take Iro. Tell her to watch Mommy. Show her how to surf the monster waves. Always, Iro would surf with her mom. But during the storm, never. Family friend come to watch Iro while her mom is surfing. But friend becomes distracted. Stops watching for a moment. And... well... Rain drowned, saving Iro from the waves. And Iro blames me.
Wait, why would she blame you? Because you weren't there to help?
No. Because I brought danger to our family. During this time, I was not police chief. I was detective, working with Subrosa PD's drug task force. I was much younger then, very handsome. That is how I married Iro's mom.
Oh, come on, you're still a good-looking man there, Chief.
My partner and I had successfully busted major drug ring, bringing down many powerful criminals. As a result, my partner and I received many threats.
Well, you'd make big enemies in the underworld.
We are going to kill your family. We are going to take your children. Your family will pay for what you did. Many, many threats. But they did not stay threats. 1 year after a major bust, my partner went missing. Just gone. Like that. Never heard from him again. Case is cold. Me, I was very scared for my family. I told Rain we should move, but she was fearless. She did not want to live anywhere but Subrosa. One day, we are arguing about it. I tell Rain how guilty I feel that I put her and the kids in danger. Only Iro overhears this.
Oof.
And now she thinks her daddy is bad. That he makes it dangerous for his family.
Sorry, I don't understand. How does this make you responsible for your wife's accident? So, Iro's mom was actually killed somehow by criminals?
It does not. But for young Iro, it did. I am called by search and rescue. I leave Eli with neighbor. I rush to beach as fast as I can drive. When I get there, they have pulled little Iro from the water. She is okay.
Oh, we're coughing up a lot of seawall water.
Also, they have pulled my Rain. She is not okay.
She's opposite of okay.
Iro is screaming and crying. When I run to her, she is so mad at me. She tells me it is my fault. She is hysterical.
Poor kid didn't understand.
When everything is over, Iro did not speak any words for 2 months.
I mean, if I was 6 years old and I watched my mom die, I probably wouldn't have said anything either, but...
Many therapists work with her. They say she is traumatized. She is heartbroken. And she never forgives me. But I think it is because the truth is too haunting for her to look at.
That it was her fault. Yikes, no wonder it's so difficult for her to talk about it.
Only as much as a little girl can be at fault. She only ran into the ocean where her mom was. But I think Iro will blame herself if she tries to make peace with it. Now, every year on the anniversary of her mother's passing, Iro gets more and more reckless. She tries more racing her motorcycle, jumping off tall places, dangerous stunts, fighting.
Things we've already seen previous in this playthrough.
And this year, I think she will go surfing. When the monster waves come. But Ira tells me that when you showed up, Iro stopped so much these dangerous things.
Yeah.
That she talks more love and happiness. And that she would not go surfing after all. And I have ruined it. So, no matter what you think of me, will you please go to Iro? Will you check on her? Will you try to undo my mistake?
Yes, of course. I'll try. If I do, it'll have nothing to do with you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Me personally, I don't have it in me to be mad at Saji for any of this, really.
Eli said he dropped by Iro's beach house, but no one was home. I will still check there first. When Iro is sad, she does not stray far from her garage and her CrossFit. If she is there, maybe she'll show herself to you.
Yeah, she kind of hates my guts
Good
right
luck.
now, but because of you. But
My Iro was very lucky to have met you.
you could say it was almost fate. I'll do my best. I'll start there. Don't reach out to her in the meantime.
I do not believe in such things. But if you can't help her, be safe.
The drive to Bureau... drive to Bureau? I could use a bureau right now. The drive to Iro's beach house is somewhat less treacherous. The downpour relents a little, and you don't feel like your front-wheel drive car is going to float away in a flash flood. Even so, it still takes you twice as long to reach Iro's beach house. Come in. You step out of the car into an intense wind. You rush to Iro's porch and knock loudly on the door. After several minutes of knocking, you call her name. Iro! You start looking around the rest of the property, and quickly find Iro in her garage, sitting on the floor, sadly leaning against her bike.
Hey,
Hi. Nice to see you.
I'm not home right now.
Gonna leave a message? You must be one of her brothers. Are all you rainbow-haired and insanely attractive? Hey, can I be not here too for a while?
That's probably trespassing, but I'm not here to kick you out. So, have at her, I guess. I've been replaying the last few weeks over and over in my head. Trying to remember every minute we spent together. How we met.
We met on the beach when you flashed me your boobs.
I've been talking to Eli. And Callie. I had a talk with my father, which was mostly screaming.
Harsh.
And I think I've come to a really dismal realization. I don't think this...
Iro points back and forth to herself and you.
I don't think this is what I thought it was. Or rather, it was something different than what I wanted it to be. I mean, I can't even explain it. I was very much unavailable when we met.
Whoops,
I mean, I fell hard for you.
I didn't mean to do that. Well, let's keep going.
Eli and Callie have been trying to get me to date for months. Callie's even been hinting at giving us another shot. But with the way I broke her heart...
Man, what did you do to her?
And my last breakup was... really bad. Trip to the hospital bad. So I was pretty much avoiding falling for anyone. I wasn't looking for a friend, or a friend with benefits, or anything more. So I'm not sure how I found you. How we found each other. How all of this happened. So I need to ask you, before anything else, was I imagining everything? Or were you at least trying even a little to get with me? I just need to know if I invented the whole thing. If I was so blind to my own needs that I misinterpreted what you were putting out there.
From the moment we met, I was trying. I wanted to be with you. I mean, I definitely flirted with you. Tried to respect boundaries. But we were having fun, so... The more you showed interest in me, the more I reciprocated.
Okay. That actually helps quite a bit with the intense pain and embarrassment. I think it's okay to make stupid mistakes when you start liking a person. Because we're all just sort of stumbling around, doing our best with these intense emotions. Thank you for telling me. Okay, I think I've got the whole picture. We can go our separate ways now. Don't worry about me. I'll get over this. I always do.
Tell me why you're sad. You're holding on to something. I think you've been holding on to it for a long time. Tell me what it is. I can't leave you alone until I know the truth. I deserve the truth. What are you hiding? Ooh, +3 motivation, yes. Elle looks up at you, surprised. For a moment, she starts to speak, but can't manage any words. You can see anger and hesitation and fear all flash across her expressions. She gets mad, balls her fists, but remains quiet. At last, she takes a deep sigh. Did I miss something? No, okay, good. I love having that log there.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
You're right. You're probably the most observant person I've ever met.
I try.
Since I dragged you in, I'll tell you. When I was a lot younger,
When you were 6 years
I
old.
used to spend a lot of time with my mom. She taught me how to surf, how to skate, how to do everything that I love. Back then, my father was a very serious man.
Still is.
He didn't show much affection to his family. He was very, very harsh with his sons, especially Eli. He was always very busy with work. A policeman, going after very dangerous criminals. One time, he solved a case that brought many, many people to justice. Powerful, wealthy people. People with ties to the community. People with ties to the government. He was hailed as a hero. But the consequences of his work were that his family, us, always felt we were in danger. We got letters and messages that said they were going to kill us. Strangers on the street would tell my mom that she was going to be killed, that I was going to be taken away. It got so bad that the police asked my father to go into protective custody. But my mom refused. She was very attached to this town, to the ocean and the forest here. She didn't want to be chased away. And she was the only one that made us feel safe. She was my hero.
She sounds really cool. But something did happen.
Oh wow, she was wicked cool. Take my guns and Eli's charm, and that was my mom. I didn't realize it at the time, but the fear did have an effect on my mom. She became more bold with her thrill-seeking. She started drinking more. And I didn't realize it back then, but she was becoming depressed. Which finally resulted in her taking the ultimate risk. Something she had wanted to do since she was young, but knew was too dangerous. I think I told you about this tropical storm going on. It hits Sabrosa every year.
Yep. Everyone talks about it.
And every year, it brings these incredible waves. Huge monster waves. The kind professional surfers dream about. And when the conditions are right, you can indeed surf them. But there are conditions where you shouldn't. When the danger is too high. When the storm is too intense. And my mom decided to surf in those conditions.
You don't think she was intentionally reckless? And no one stopped her?
No. My father didn't know anything about the surfing. No one who saw what happened was as experienced as my mom. How could they second guess her? My mom brought me and a friend along when she went surfing that day. She wanted me to see that fear couldn't stop her from doing what she loved. And she went out in the water just as the other storm surfers were coming in. Just as things were becoming much too dangerous.
What happened next? Did the waves get her?
I'm not sure. I remember being worried for my mom. I could tell she was afraid. She had this look in her eyes. The same look she got when people told her she was going to be killed. When they told her I was going to be taken. She went out anyway, and I remember cheering for her. But at some point, I lost track of her. The waves were so large, and the water was so choppy. And I was worried she needed help. I remember I got so afraid that I started calling for my dad. It got to be too much to handle. So when my babysitter was distracted, that's when I grabbed a surfboard and ran to go help her.
You went out in the ocean? You're what, 6 years old? Nobody stopped you? She just said we should wait until her babysitter was distracted.
Yes, only 6.
I mean, Saji told us most of the story already, but...
And that's where my memory gets wonky. I remember my mom and I on a surfboard, but the surfboard getting ripped away by a wave. I remember holding on to a life ring by myself, the weird rubber feeling on my arms, and the rope line hurting my fingers. I remember my mom's hand and her voice. I remember my dad coming when it was too late.
You remember a few episodes back when I said I wasn't going to pick that one option? Foreshadowing.
And that's all I can remember. I was so mad at my father for making Mom so scared that she disappeared into the ocean. For failing to save her. For not crying at her funeral. And I've never forgiven him.
You said you remember floating on a life ring. Where did it come from? You didn't take one surfing, did you? And now you get a reminder every year.
No, I didn't, but I'm not sure why that's... I mean, my mom didn't bring it out. She was a lifeguard. She swam all the time without the life ring. I do remember holding on to it. That's what I was holding on to when... Oh no. The life ring. Mom had it. She must have gone to shore when I was... Oh no. Oh no.
Iro jumps to her feet in a panic. A deep dread washes over her face and makes her pale. She turns to her. She turns to run. You grab her arm. Iro, tell me the rest. Iro, stay calm.
No! It can't be! I didn't mean to! No, 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 no! Where did the life ring come from? Why did Mom have it? I didn't. I killed my mom.
Iro's stare becomes hollow. She hangs over the abyss. Iro, it wasn't your fault. Don't say that. It was just an accident.
I did! I went out into the ocean. It's my fault she's dead.
Iro tries to pull away from you, but you hold her firm.
No! No, what did I do? She was okay. She got away from the waves. This is all my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
Yes, it
No,
was.
I'm not letting her go. Nope, 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 nope.
I killed my mom. I killed my mom. Oh, no. Oh, my God, no. Please.
It wasn't your fault. Iro, Iro begins to sob. Iro stops trying to pull away from you. She begins to sob. She's still sobbing.
Oh, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry.
You hold Iro gently hugging her as she cries into your chest. She sobs, balls her fists against you, and lets years of anguish pour out of her, your tears soaking the front of your shirt. When she finally stops, time itself feels like it freezes. Even the storm outside abates, and only the constant churn of the waves outside can be heard. It's impossible to tell how long that moment lasts. Until finally she speaks. Damn it.
How could I have forgotten? How could I have missed something so important?
Trauma does weird shit to a person.
I've been so mad at my dad all these years for driving my mom into the ocean. But she made it back. She must have. And then she went back out for me. How?
Don't blame yourself. You were a kid. No one could have escaped. No one would. Let me try that again. Don't blame yourself. You were a kid. No one could have expected you to deal with trauma like that. Sometimes we forget things to protect ourselves. It was a hard truth you had to face.
I've been so angry and hurt for so long. All because I didn't want to blame myself. Where do I even go from here?
Where do we go?
How do I pick up all these pieces?
Everyone who cares about you is ready to help, including your father. Just take it one day at a time.
Including you?
Including me.
I can't tell you how much that means to me. I know our time together is short. I know any day now I'm going to lose you.
3 days.
I know the future is foggy and scary and isn't prone to letting people be happy. But you've helped me so much. And when I'm near you, I feel this electricity inside of me. Before circumstances interrupt us, before life finds a way for me to mess things up again, I promise, if the answer is no, I won't be hurt. But if you want to, I want to.
Kiss Iro? No, not because I don't want to, but because you trust me, and right now... oh, excuse me. Iro kisses you back. She puts her hand delicately on your chin, and you wrap your arms gently around her waist. After a few months of kissing and embracing, she pulls away. Iro goes to her motorcycle and sits down, smiling softly. She pats a seat next to her, inviting you to sit. You do. Time melts away as the two of you share the bike, holding and nuzzling each other as you listen to the rain outside. It's a quiet, intimate moment that makes you feel closer to her. You do other stuff in the 18-plus version. Eventually, Iro hops off her bike and turns to face you. You notice that her expression is softened, and she seems to be feeling better.
I should let my family know I'm okay.
Yes.
They've all been worried about me. And I need to call my dad.
Yes.
I suspect things are going to be complicated for a while.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
Would you do me a favor, though? Just in case things do take a while. Will you promise not to leave town without saying goodbye?
Oof.
I don't want to miss my chance to see you before you go. I want to know where we stand. Will you make sure? Okay, thank you. I'll see you again.
Iro kisses you, and you make your way back to your car. As you drive off, you have an immense feeling of victory, and you know with uncanny with uncanny surety that Iro is now safe. One of the destined maidens is safe from harm. Time for the rest. Actually, 2 are safe from harm. We still got 3 to go. Actually, well, no, we won't talk about that till the final episode. The storm is not over yet. No, it's not. 1 secret added to the notes. I think we got all of her secrets. Lovey-dovey, rank A. July 29th, dawn. You wake to the sound of a large branch snapping outside. It lands on the neighbor's car, but misses yours. Perhaps it's a good sign? Let's go buff. July 29th morning. And we're going to be seeing Elle, so let's talk to her quickly. Hello. So I'm not sure if you've looked outside recently, but the weather outside is rather frightful. But a fire would be so delightful. And your company would be more than delightful. Oh, okay, I was... if you'd like to get together soon, let me know. I would definitely love the company, if we can make the trip safely. Take care. Okay, let's take a look at our contacts here. Let's see. Oh, we're still missing the secret from Elle. Oh, but we didn't get the fourth secret from IRO. Crap. We still have one date to go with Cassie, so we haven't gotten all her secrets. We've got all of Mio's secrets and all of her dates done! Woohoo! And we still have one more date to go with Quill, and man, we've only got 2 of her 5 secrets. Hopefully we get that last one. Alright, let's go see what's happening with Elle. As you're getting ready to leave for Elle's house, an extremely loud blast of thunder rattles the house. Quill has taken refuge under your bed, along with several loads of laundry for good measure. You open the front door to peek out and are surprised to see garbage cans and shopping carts tumbling down the street like leaves. The wind is howling. The sounds of branches breaking fill the air as well. And even the shocks in your car whine as the gusts push on its side. The storm is now on the verge of becoming a full hurricane. An early report said the main storm would make landfall tonight, but appears to be earlier than expected. It looks very, very likely that a drive would be a bad idea. Just as you're considering your next move, suddenly your phone rings. It's Elle. You answer.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hi, Elle.
I just noticed that it's raining pretty heavily outside right now. Also, a tree across the street fell down. There's a truck underneath it.
Uh-oh.
If I knew truck brands, I would make a joke, because the tree sure made one of this truck. Anyway, I'm absolutely terrified of the thought of you driving on the roads right now, and wanted to make sure you weren't actually thinking about coming. So, I would really like to know what's going on, and how it'll involve you staying safe.
Aw, it's just a little rain, Elle. And wind. There's wind, too. Well, I'm not sure. Weather seems like the worst reason to cancel a date. Oh, thank you. I was just finishing up my will before making my way to your house.
That little bit of rain is preventing me from seeing across to my neighbor's house. And did I mention the tree? I thought I had. Silly me.
You did.
The wind murdered a tree. It doesn't do that very often. My most common interaction with the wind is when it blows up my skirt. So I already have a low opinion of it. Sorry. I'm just joking because I am genuinely afraid for you. Do you think maybe it would be best to change our plans tonight? We could try a remote date, talk on the phone, or switch it so we can see each other. Or just reschedule to tomorrow. Tonight is supposed to be the worst of it. We can just pretend tonight is tomorrow. What do you think?
Oh no, my buff isn't high enough. Shoot. Okay. Suppose we can try doing stuff over the phone. There's just a few things we might miss out on. On second thought, let's reschedule for tomorrow. I'm going to go hide underneath my bed with my cat.
Oh, that's a wonderful suggestion. And actually, I have some ideas. I warn you in advance. My ideas are always ridiculous, and they never work. But hopefully you'll be able to iron out any bumps you see in them. Yay! This will be fun! I Well, perhaps it won't be so surprising once you hear what it is. I really wanted to take a bath with you tonight. I bought these fancy soaps and cute little drinks so we don't spill in... Well, you get the idea.
This sounds like it'll actually be pretty challenging to do over the phone. So you want to do a remote couple bath? Cute. But Elle, if you take a bath when I'm not actually there, you might fall asleep.
I admit there may be a few parts to this that won't be the same. But I feel like the conversation will be quite delightful. Here, I'll tell you more about what I'm thinking. For the last 2 weeks, I've been deciding that I want to stop doubting myself. I want to try to be a braver person. I don't have episodes as often as I used to, and many times I can feel them coming on. I've spent so much time not doing what I want because I'm worried about the danger. But as a result, I'm not doing much of anything. If I had let my fear stop me, I would never have said yes when you asked me out. That one very brief, very small moment of going for what I wanted brought you into my life. And so, who knows what else is possible? What wonderful things I've missed, but what others may be out there for me. Does any of that make sense?
Absolutely.
I practiced in front of the mirror a bunch to try to sort out my thoughts, but I just wound up brushing my teeth without meaning to.
Elle, it makes perfect sense. Your speech sounded great. Elle, you've become so confident. I'm proud of you. I highly endorse this hell of a plan.
Well, I have to talk myself into this, you see. It doesn't come naturally, so I have to get some momentum behind this sort of behavior. I'll call you in a few minutes. I'm going to go fill the tub. Go fill yours up too.
Elle blows you a kiss, then hangs up. You step into your bathroom and begin filling the tub. Quill comes in at one point, stares over the brim at the water with contemptuous regard.
This bath better not be for me. I just had one today. And I don't want to lose precious kitty oils. Natural, essential kitty oils. I'm out of here before you get any ideas.
Once the bathtub is full, you find a housecoat to wear and dress down into it. Just as you're tying your robe, your face app alarm starts ringing. You accept the call. Oh my. Elle appears on screen already in her bath.
Hello, sweetheart. I was chilly, so I jumped in as soon as it was done. Oh, I really love your robe. It looks very fetching on you. Are you going to undress for me?
Yep, I'm wearing a bathing suit, but yes, welcome to the gun show. Let's quickly say you look amazing in water. Yep, take off your house coat and show off your bathing suit. I need a little 50 bucks for that, huh?
Oh, good. I'm glad they don't look terribly awkward or oddly phallic or anything. These girls like to get in the way. All the time. But I have yet to find a time that they didn't at least look nice. So, thank you for noticing.
She is so cute. Once the two of you are settled, you and Elle banter back and forth, flirting for a while. Elle takes a rubber ducky toy and does ventriloquist act for you on camera. It's very cute to watch. The two of you laugh and joke and share stories for almost an hour, just when the water is starting to get a little too cold and needs a refill. Suddenly, the lights go out at Elle's house. Oh no.
Oh no! I think the power went out. The storm is really howling over here. That's weird. It looks like the light in my bedroom is still on. I wonder if...
Suddenly the call is dropped. Oh god. Oh, I don't like that music. You try calling Elle back, but the app rings and no one picks up. After 7 minutes and 19 seconds, that's oddly precise, you receive a flood of rapid text messages. You can't have her. She's mine. She's promised. Mine. Forever. Then you receive a picture of Elle face down in the bathtub. Oh god, no. Cloud of bloody water around her head. If I can't have her, no one can. Call Fumi. When you phone Fumi, desperate for help.
Detective Fumi, where's the fire?
You quickly explain what's happened.
Elle Reed has been attacked in her home? Stay where you are. I'm less than 5 minutes from her place. Do not move until I contact you again.
Fumi hangs up. The waiting is excruciating. Finally, after 20 minutes, Fumi
It's
calls
Fumi.
you.
I got to her place and managed to resuscitate her.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know how long she was under the water for. We won't know for sure until they can do the proper tests. I have her in an ambulance en route to St. Maria's. When the storm dies down, get over there.
Thank you,
Don't
Fumi.
leave me. Just doing my job.
As soon as you can, you rush to the hospital. All the while, terrible dread hangs over you. Several times you nearly hydroplane into oncoming traffic, even going below the speed limit. When you get to the hospital, the front desk says that she's in stable but serious condition. They tell you they're having trouble alerting her next of kin. Since it's a private room, you're allowed to go and see her. When you walk into her room, the sight of Elle hooked up to the machines brings you an edge to everything. You feel as though the world is stretching thin, like reality could drop out beneath you at any moment. She looks pale and sad. You sit in a chair next to her and stay with her all night. The next day, you're woken by Fumi, who has another police officer with her.
Good morning. The doctor says Elle should be waking up soon. Good on you for staying here all night. If she had woken earlier, I imagine you'd be the face she wants to see. Are you okay? Hang in there. I've got 9 patrol cars ready to mobilize if Elle can give us a positive ID.
At that moment, Elle begins to stir. You and Fumi stand on either side of her as she opens her eyes. Her gaze goes to you immediately. There's a terrible moment, as if it seems her eyes have trouble focusing on you. But after a moment, the fog clears and she smiles weakly.
Hey, sweetheart. Where am I?
You're in the hospital. You were attacked. The police got to you in time. Elle, I'm here with Detective Fumi. You were attacked. Do you know who did it? Elle looks weakly over at Fumi, who nods.
Miss, I'm glad to see you're still with us.
So am I. I thought I'd mess that up royally.
Do you know who the son of a bitch that did this is? Did you see any of your attacker's features? Miss Reed, anything you can tell us would be helpful. Did you hear their voice? Did you see what they were wearing? Was there more than one?
Elle's gaze falls to the bed, in a look of crestfallen sadness.
No.
Elle, please, if you remember anything at all. They texted me and said you were theirs forever. You got this, Elle. I'm with you. Elle looks over to you. Her expression does not change. But you can see tears begin to roll down her cheeks.
It was my brother, Dorian. I heard him scream before he hit me. This isn't the first time he's done something like this.
Son of a bitch.
You said it, Fumi. Fumi grabs her radio and signals for the other officer to follow her.
I need all points on suspect Dorian Reed. Suspect is Caucasian, athletic build, pink hair, around 6 feet tall. Suspect is dangerous. Repeat.
Fumi disappears down the hall, and Elle looks to you. She begins to cry.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I should never have egged him on.
I should never have pushed him in the water. He hurt me like this a long time ago. But I thought...
Elle, this isn't your fault. Elle, it's okay. I'm here. Just rest. Do you know where he is, Elle?
I just don't understand. How could he do this to me?
Elle weeps softly for a short while before she finally falls asleep again. Once Elle is asleep with nowhere else to go, you decide to head home. The storm is still raging, but it feels distant, as though color and sound have drained from the world. Elle is safe for now, but this time you feel an emptiness, as though you have done nothing and the world has taken pity on you. A pit opens in your stomach. There's nothing you can do but pretend it isn't there. Ugh. No secrets found. Date rank F. Ugh. Whew, that was hard, but we got through it at least, hopefully. Before we wrap up this episode, I just need to get this out there that Rachel Messer, who does the voice for Iro, was the MVP of this game. That performance that she put in that last segment there for Iro's last date was phenomenally done. I said this in my review before, but my God, she did an amazing job. So just big congratulations to all the cast members for just a wonderful performance they put in. That means you too, Mio. Don't think you didn't do a good job, because you did a fantastic job. Everybody did. Melody Muse, who did the voice of Elle, she was just fantastic as well. So yeah, we're going to leave it here for this episode. One more episode to go. We're almost at the end of Hush Hush. So hopefully you've been enjoying it. If you have, let me know in the comments section down below. I'd really love to read your thoughts on this one. While you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. In the description, you're going to see all the ways you can help support this channel. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold. You can help support this channel by picking up your Irish Bandit merchandise from my Irish Bandit shop on redbubble.com. You can pick up my 5-star rated novel, Shade Falling, on Amazon. You can get that through either Kindle e-reader or on paperback. And you can buy me a coffee, where right now I have a goal set up where I'm going to get some Elgato gear for my PC and make these streams look better. If you can, don't hesitate to donate in the link down below. Also down below, you're going to see a link to the Steam store page for Hush Hush, where you can get the base game, you can get the 18 plus DLC, you can get the soundtrack, and you can get the art book. I have all of it. It's fantastic. It's supporting a great Canadian studio. Go ahead and do that. I'm also going to leave a link to the original fan fiction that I wrote called Hush Hush, Her Name Was Mio. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, tap the bell and you'll be notified whenever a brand new video goes live. I will be back tomorrow looking at a brand new video game from the writer of Hush Hush, OG Panda. He has a game out called Space Games. Are we there yet? We're going to have a little look at that tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'll be back with more Bioshock. And then next week, it is the finale of Hush Hush. And then I'll be talking about what we'll be playing after that, the following Monday. So be sure to join me for that. Thank you for joining me for these past few episodes, if I don't say it in the next episode. But thank you for joining me, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.